Alright, so today we're gonna do something a little bit different. I've made a couple bold claims this year talking about some of the best cards in MLB The Show history. So I thought it would be a good idea to make a definitive top 10 list, at least in my opinion, of the 10 best cards in MLB The Show's history of Diamond Dynasty. This list is going to be purely opinion based, so if you disagree, that's totally okay. Let me know which cards you think deserve to be on this list as well. But a couple things before we get started. I am starting this list at MLB 16, so anything before MLB 16 is not going to be included in this list. Another thing is that obviously created players will not be included. Pepe Alizar will not be included, but there is a little gray area which we'll talk about on the list. You'll see what I mean. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like this. But let's get into it. The top 10 cards in Diamond Dynasty history. So coming in here at number 10, we're going to keep it recent with MLB The Show 20, and I'm putting 99 Finest Juan Soto at the 10 spot. I have said it before, I think this Juan Soto card is the best hitter ever in Diamond Dynasty. I have never put up numbers with a card like I have with this Juan Soto card. It does not matter where the pitch is, it feels like he gets to everything. And I'm not talking like all-star events, I'm talking Hall of Fame and some even legend ranked seasons games. The reason he is low on the list though is because that's pretty much the only thing that he does. He's not going to be amazing in the field obviously, so he has to go a little bit lower on this list because he is a little bit more one-dimensional. Coming in at number 9, we have another elite hitter. We have Immortal Babe Ruth from MLB The Show 18. Now, even though I think Juan Soto is the best hitter, technically on paper, Babe Ruth is the best we've ever seen. Maxed out contact, maxed out power, maxed out everything, 125s across the board. And this was the first year we saw Babe Ruth, so it was really exciting to get a card like this. Now, you might be asking yourself, why is Babe Ruth ranked higher than Juan Soto if you think Soto's a better hitter? It's very simple. The fact that Babe Ruth can play first base as a secondary position on this card automatically gives him a little bit more value than Soto has. Hiding that bat at first base while also opening another slot for another power bat in the outfield is super valuable, so Babe Ruth does get a little bit ahead of Juan Soto. Coming in at number 8, we have arguably one of the biggest fan favorite cards ever in Diamond Dynasty, and I'm going with MLB The Show 17's 99 Carlos Beltran. You can't ask for much more than what Beltran already gives you. He's got great speed, he's got great fielding, he's a switch hitting bat with elite power. I see people talking all the time about wanting this card to come back. He was my favorite card in MLB The Show 17. And even with all the good outfielders in that game, you had 99 Trout, 99 Dawson, 99 Griffey, Carlos Beltran pretty much made everybody's endgame team. Coming in at number 7, we're going to MLB The Show 16, and we're going to talk about an infielder here. I'm talking A-Rod. The 99 overall Mariners A-Rod card was elite. If A-Rod returned to the game for MLB The Show 21 or whenever he comes back, I don't think there'd be any doubt that he would be the best shortstop in the game. He's got everything you need. He's got the speed, he's got the power, the contact, the arm, the glove. And he had a ton of cards. He had one with the Rangers, one with the Yankees, the Live Series, but the one that I want to see return the most is that Mariners card because I think that one was the best. And I think he's definitely a top 10 card. I have him here at number 7. Coming in at number 6, we're going to go to MLB The Show 19, and we're going to talk about the 99 Finest Cody Bellinger. Now, they brought this card back into MLB The Show 20, and technically, he's actually a little bit better in 20 because they gave him diamond fielding. But since this card was basically from that year, I decided to keep him in the 19 umbrella. But every Cody Bellinger card is always going to be a little bit good. It's always going to be glitchy. He's got a fun swing to use. But then you take what he did in real life and you put it on this Finest card, and he is unreal. A lot of people's endgame outfield was pretty much set by the time this Cody Bellinger came into play in 19, and he kind of just threw a curveball in everybody's lineup. Another thing is that obviously Bellinger can play first base, so once again, if you want to hide his bat at first base, having that option provides a lot more value. But then again, you lose out on 99 arm strength in the outfield, which kind of sucks, but at the end of the day, you want Bellinger in your lineup, and I think he's definitely one of the 10 best cards. Coming in at number 5, I'm interested to see what you guys have to say about this pick. We're going to stay in MLB The Show 19, and this is going to be the one and only pitcher on this list. I'm going the 99 signature Clayton Kershaw. In my experience, I think Kershaw is the best pitcher that MLB The Show has ever seen in Diamond Dynasty. At least the MLB The Show 19 version. Imagine if Corey Kluber in MLB The Show 20 was just as dominant now as he was at the start of the game. That's what Kershaw was doing. He was that good. And even towards the end of the year when people were probably starting to figure out Kershaw a little bit more because everybody had seen him so many times, he could still be difficult, and I don't think any pitcher in that game came close to how good he actually was. To my knowledge, I can't remember another pitcher I've struggled against so much for a considerable amount of time, and so I think easily Kershaw makes the list, and I have him at number 5. That might be a bold pick. Okay, coming in at number 4, we're jumping back to MLB The Show 16, and we're going in that gray area I talked about earlier. I'm taking Reggie Stalker here. I know we talked about not having created players or fake players or whatever, but technically Reggie Stalker is based on a real player. He's based on Barry Bonds. If Barry Bonds had a card in MLB The Show, he would be Reggie Stalker. It's kind of similar to how MVP Baseball did the whole John Dowd thing when they didn't have Barry Bonds' rights to use him when he was still playing. Reggie Stalker's the same thing. And boy, was he freaking good. Reggie Stalker was elite. I didn't really get too many chances to use him in 16, but when I did, oh my God, he was unstoppable. I would love to see Barry Bonds be in the game at some point. I don't think it's ever gonna happen, but if he ever did somehow make his way back in the game, I want that Reggie Stalker on my endgame team. All right, getting into the top 3 now. Coming in at the 3rd spot, we have 99 Willie Mays from MLB The Show 19. I've said it 100 times, even though I think Kershaw was the best pitcher in that game, I think from day 1 till the end of the year, Willie Mays was still the best overall card that you could have in 19. Similar to how Babe Ruth was the big reveal at the end of the trailer for 18, Willie Mays was that for 19. And rightfully so. He's one of the best of all time, and his card is one of the best I've ever used. At first, his stance was a little bit tricky to get used to, but once you figure out the timing and you get, used to that little closed stance he's got, he's unreal. And I think the signature Willie from 19 is actually better than the awards from 20, and the awards from 20 is pretty good. I think Willie Mays is easily a top 3 card. Let me know what you think. All right, we're at the top 2. Coming in here at number 2, we have Immortal Ken Griffey Jr. from MLB The Show 18. Now, 18 wasn't a great game. I think we can all agree on that. But one shining spot was that Ken Griffey Jr. card. If you got the chance to use him, because he was immortal and his grind was rough. But if you did get the chance to use him, you knew just how good he was. I think he was by far the best card in that game. He had the reverse splits against lefties, the good fielding, the good arm, the good speed. Of course, the sweetest swing the game has ever seen. And I think out of all the Ken Griffey Jr. cards we've gotten, this is the best one. And that's saying something because the one from 20 is pretty freaking good. So now that leaves the final spot. The number 1 spot, no surprise here, is 99 Mike Trout from MLB The Show 20. Now, I know I'm an Angels fan. I promise you this isn't any sort of Angels bias. I'm literally going off my experience using the card. I don't think there's a card that's ever been better than him. Honestly, dude. I think a key factor is that MLB The Show 20, they did something to his swing to make it a little bit quicker. He gets the best exit velos in the game. Similar to Juan Soto, it just does not feel like there's any pitch that Mike Trout can't hit. Inside fastball with a righty with outlier, easy. Low and away, slider, tail and away, boom, take it oppo. Everything just feels easy with Mike Trout. I've never been more comfortable using a card. Plus, he provides great defense, pretty good speed, and I think he's the best we've ever seen. So I'm sure there's gonna be some disagreements here. Let me know in the comments what you guys have to say. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss a big pitcher from 16 or 17 that I'm not remembering? Let me know down in the comments. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. Remember to subscribe to the channel below. Also, if you guys want to see more stuff like this, just hit the like button. We'll pump out more ranking videos. These are kind of fun. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.